right, Dolawhite here with the baddest motherfucker, Tank Abbott.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, Tank, I'm pretty sure we got to give the BMF title to you. I don't think it could go to Masvidal or anybody else who weighs 170 pounds.
Well, I have to concur with that. But they got the spirit a little bit, but when it's time to get down, you don't see people carrying weight scales around and hiding behind weight classes. You go when you go. The first time I fought somebody, they were 150 pounds heavier than me, and we all saw what happened.
They didn't stop and ask you what weight class you were in to make sure y'all were the same weight?
No, but that's newfangled, new UFC stuff. But it is what it is now. So.
It is. Well, Tank, let's talk about your health. So you had a liver transplant, right?
Yep.
Kidney transplant as well.
Yep.
How you feeling nowadays?
I'm actually feeling good. Long road, still got a long way to go, but I've come a long way. So that's encouraging, and it keeps me in the gym, working out, and trying to get back to an even keel.
And you died.
Yeah.
5 times?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
So has your view on life changed? I mean, I imagine it had to change.
Oh, absolutely. The things that didn't seem to matter before kind of take a different spot in your life, and you go from there. And I guess one big thing I know is I'm a lot more patient nowadays.
So kind of sweating the bullshit, not so much anymore. So you're
it's like, well, who cares?
So you're drinking. You used to drink quite heavily, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not drinking anymore? But no, I retired those days, and I have to respect the people that donated their organs, and just out of being a good person and having personal integrity and walking the walk, I marched to a different drummer, a Warriors Code, and I would never disrespect anybody that gave such a beautiful gift to me.
That's a very good point. I'm not a donor because I always thought that if something happened to me, maybe the EMT wouldn't take care of me because I'm a donor. But you make a very good point about being a donor, because if you didn't have a donor, you wouldn't be sitting here in Winston-Salem right now, right?
That's an absolute fact. And you want to know what? Say what you want, but it's a very selfish act to do. And there are great people that have the foresight to give such a gift. And I'm so blessed.
So, Tank, I'm not on a similar path as you because I don't drink liquor. I think vodka and cranberry used to be your thing.
Yeah.
But I've been drinking beer quite heavily for about 20 years now. Any advice for me?
Well, you know what? People are going to do what they're going to do. And I never was under the control of alcohol. I consider myself more of a funaholic.
Yeah.
And back when you're young and dumb and think you're going to live forever, you get a wake-up call. And luckily, I was able to withstand my damage I did to myself and come back, and still working on getting back to close to 100%. The way I look at it, 50% of what I used to be is still more than most people nowadays.
True enough, man. I mean, when you came into the UFC, that's what really made me a fan, because you were the first badass, right? Yeah. We had Hoist, who can take you down and he can lay on you for 30 minutes, end up choking you, but you were the character.
Yeah, no, it's not so much the character. It's the warrior code of life that I live my life by. And you're going to go out there and bang, you're going to go out and bang. Nothing to take away from Hoist or anything like that, but you want to roll around and do grab ass on the mat. There's a lot of things out there. Jiu-jitsu is it's effective. It's easy to learn, and it's easy to defend against. In fact, you can do it if you're a grappling athlete. You can pretty much figure it out in a month, but people that run around and blow their own horn about jiu-jitsu that are not grappling athletes, they like to say about it because it's easy to tap out. There's no pain involved.
Sure.
And so in wrestling, for that matter, if you want to do something to somebody wrestling and get points, or you have to take control of them, inflict pain on them to get them to do what you want to do. And with jiu-jitsu, you can take that out of the equation because all you have to do is tap. True. So you get all these wannabe warriors running around saying jiu-jitsu this, jiu-jitsu that. Well, you know, besides getting an arm lock or anything like that, you get a tap real quick and say, okay, I give.
That's it.
It's not like boxing or wrestling where you're out there banging away. But that's by no means to take submission out of the equation. It's still an integral part, but it's not the part of fighting.
Now, one of your fights, I've never really been disappointed in a Tank Abbott fight.
Yeah.
But the only one I was disappointed in, it wasn't you, it was Frank Mir. So I'm sure you remember that fight. Here you go, you're squaring up, you're ready to fight. Frank Mir falls down on the ground, grabs your foot.
Oh, well, there's a backstory to that, but I'll get to that in a second. But once again, submission, you can't really take away from that. I kind of fed that foot right to him, which leads to, it's not an excuse, it's a reason. My mother passed away within a week before that fight. And I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Yeah. And I actually called Dana up and said, I'm not going to fight. In my warrior code, he asked me, please fight. And in my warrior code of being a man and stepping up, I showed up. And I told him not to expect anything, but I'll get out there and get in there because that's what I do. And went in there, like I said, in a right state of mind. I would have never fed on my foot, but it is what it is. Frank Mir did what his thing, but I wasn't mentally healthy, albeit said, but I was in there and he won. I didn't lose any sleep over it, let's put it that way.
Well, I think really with your quote after the fight you won, you said you didn't want to lose that way, but you wouldn't have wanted to win that way either.
Well, yeah, that's a true statement.
I mean, system
also, well, yeah, like I said in the octagon afterwards, I said shit happens, and I guess if you have the ability to look deeper than what those words mean, there was a lot of things going on that led up to the fight that I wasn't mentally healthy. I was physically okay, but it's ultimately my choice, no pun intended in choice of words there, to pick to go in there. I showed up, and that's what you got. Only because I said I'm a man and I say what I'm going to do, and I got in there and did it. A lot of my fights, a lot of them, people talk about my record, but I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of the fighters that be nowadays wouldn't step into the octagon or the cage when I was in physically or mental state of mind. All these people want everything to be perfect, other fighters that is. Everything's got to be perfect there. They won't step in there. You know, when I'm driving down the street, I don't say, oh, I got a sore hand or my knee hurts. You get out of the car and you get down to business, and you get the cards dealt to you, whatever happens.
Now,
sure.
Is there anybody that you ever didn't get to fight that you would have really wanted to fight for money or otherwise?
No, not really. Not even in the ring or outside of the ring. I'm always down for a good fight, anybody, but no one's really, especially in the octagon / cage, has affected me emotionally. Two different things, and that would constitute want. There's nothing more than a heavy bag to me in there. Somebody that's basically it could be a robot. They're not really emotionally attached to me in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. One fight that I read that was supposed to happen and never did was you against Butterbean.
Yes.
How do you think that fight would have been? Because that would have been a good one for me to watch.
Well, Butterbean, he's obviously proved his mettle. He's another guy that can get in there and fight, and it doesn't matter how he feels or what's going on. He's a warrior, and he gets in there and goes to battle. And I'm the same way. Things never happened with that fight. I wish they would have. Both of us do. He's a warrior, I'm a warrior, but people couldn't put it together the right way. And so
maybe we can make it happen. Maybe we can make it happen today. He's on the other side of the building.
I saw him in his wheelchair.
He is in a scooter, though. So.
Yeah, his hips a little sore.
Well, we really make. We got you sitting down in a seat.
Okay.
We got him in the motor scooter.
Yeah.
We might can just make a whole new fighting championship here.
We can clear the chairs out.
Speaking of Dana White,
yes.
UFC Hall of Fame. You're not in it.
Yeah.
Why is Tank Abbott not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. And
I mean, one thing, they got a Pioneer wing they put people in. So how the hell would you not put Tank Abbott in the Pioneer wing at least?
Well, I did a lot for the sport, and to be honest with you, it's not on the top of my list of things that I want. And basically, being a warrior is not wanting anything from anybody in my mind. Sure, it'd be an honor to be in the Hall of Fame, but I'm not holding my breath. And some way, somehow, they can't ignore me forever. And maybe they'll find it in their mind to finally acknowledge me for what I've done for the sport. And not in selfish reasons, but just in true reasons. I was the man that would get out there and throw down and go to work. And nothing personal. Like I said, everybody in the fighting world is just robots to me. And I dare to say there's very few men out there that live by that warrior code.
I would agree with you.
And others in the octagon are Hall of Fame, octagon Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Would fall short on some of that.
All right. Well, Tank, do you have anything else for the fans out there? Where they can find you? What you got going on?
Well, I'm on Instagram. I think it's Tank.Abbott. And I'm still alive, still kicking, doing my thing. And always here, always will be. And
I've been watching your recovery videos. The first ones you put on there, I was like, that's kind of sad. It's taking Tank a little while to get up here. But
hey, man.
The next one, you're doing better. The next one, you're doing better. The next one, you're doing better.
That's why I'm posting it, because I do a lot of hard work. I'm not going to roll over and go away. Once again, it's back to that warrior code. And it's important to me to get back to a normal way of thinking and a normal way of physically being. And I'm working at it every day, and I'll get there.
All right, wish you the best of luck. Tank Abbott, ladies and gentlemen, the baddest motherfucker. Thank you, Tank.
Right on. That works.